Frosh. I can't climb trees anymore. Ruskin Bond. Read the story given below. Find out why the visitor feels that he can't climb trees anymore. He stood on the grass bridge by the side of the road and looked over the garden wall at the old house. It hadn't changed much. The old house built with solid blocks, soiled blocks of granite wasn't altered at all. But there was a new outhouse and there were few trees. He was glad to see the jackfruit tree still stood at the side of the building, casting its shade on the wall. He remembered his grandmother saying, "Yea, blessings rests on the house where the shadow of a tree falls." And so the present owners must also be receiving the tree's blessing at the spot where he stood. There had once been a turnstile, 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 and as a boy he would swing on it, going round and round until he was quite dizzy. Now the turnstile was gone. The opening walked up. Tall hollyhocks grew on the other side of the wall. "What are you looking at?" It was a disembodied voice. At first moments later, a girl stood framed between dark red hollyhocks, staring at the man. She was only 12 or 13, with lively eye, and long back hair. "I'm looking at the house. Is it yours?" he asked. "No, it's my father's." "Why did you want to buy it? And what does your father do?" "He's only a colonel." "Only a colonel? Well, he should have been a brigade brigadier by now." The man burst out laughing. "It's not funny," she said. "Even Mommy says he should be a brigadier. Brigadier." It was on the tip of his tongue to make a witty remark. Perhaps that's why he's still a colonel. But he didn't not want to give offense. They stood on either side of the wall, appearing each other. "Do you want to buy it?" "No," he said. "Well," she said, "if you do not want to buy the house, what are you looking at?" "I used to live here 25 years ago, as a boy, as a young man, and then my grandmother died, and we sold the house and went away." She was silent for a while, taking in this information. Then she said, "And would you would like to be to buy it back now, but you do not have the money. He did not look very propos- prosperous. No, I wasn't thinking of buying it back. I want to see it again. That's all. How long have you lived in it? Only 3 years, she smiled. Would you like to come in and look more closely? Wouldn't your parents mind? They've gone to the club. They won't mind. I'm allowed to bring my friends home, even elderly, 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 elderly friends like me. How old are you? Oh, just middle aged, but feeling young today. And to prove it, he decided he climbed over the wall instead of going round to the gate. He got up on the wall, all right, but had to rest there, breathing heavily. Middle-aged man on the flying traps, he muttered to himself. I'll help you, she said, and gave him her hand. He slithered down into a flower bed, shattering the stem of a hollyhock. As they walked across the grass, he spotted a stone bench under a mango tree. It was the bench on which his grandmother used to rest when she was tired of burning rose bushes and bougainvillea. Let's just sit here, he said. I do not want to go inside. She sat beside him on the bench. They were silent for some time. The man closed his eyes and remembered other times the music of piano, the chiming of a grandfather clock, the constant twitter of budgers, budger, budgerigas, but budgerigas on the veranda. His grandfather cranking up the old car. Cranking up the old car. I used to climb the jackfruit tree, he said, opening his eyes. Thank you for all.